Hey, it's Mark with Mark's Virtual Real Estate Channel, back with an Upland video, and I have not been doing many videos lately, as many of you know, and honestly the reason is I haven't had time for Upland, and I haven't been that excited about the game, and I have other stuff I'd rather do, like make car videos or real estate videos, things like that. So I want to talk about Upland a little bit, what Upland looks like right now to me, and tell you what my thoughts are on what the Upland leaders should do to make it better. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's fine. I am not a gamer, so I'm not coming at this from someone who spends all their time doing video games or playing online games. I come at it from a kind of a real estate investor person who's looking to do something fun in their free time once in a while, maybe make a little bit of money, kind of have an investment in new technology like virtual real estate. So that's where my background is coming from, and I think that's important too, because if you want money invested into the game, you want brands, you want businesses, that's kind of who you want to consider as well, not just the gaming community. And I think everybody's important, but I can let you know what I think of the state of Upland right now, which is not very good, as many of you would guess. I have $11,000 in my earnings. That's a few days worth. I do pop in every once in a while just to check in. I try to do that every day, but I literally don't care enough to collect my earnings every day. And I know I should, because those max out at some point. I forget how much it is. We had a release recently in Washington, D.C. That honestly wasn't bad. It was decent. Things were kind of expensive. I did okay there. I hit some collections on Pennsylvania. Great. We had a release in Bermuda. That wasn't awful either, although I almost missed it because I didn't care that much. I hit a bunch of collections in whatever this was, Hamilton. Stuff still isn't selling. In fact, this is kind of crazy. This will tell you the state of Upland right now. Unless it's changed and it makes me look silly. Still there. Beach and cove front property in a collection, not minted. You know why? It's 640,000 UPIX. So I think it's like when I first started this game, if there was a collection, people were jumping on it, minting it like crazy. It was selling out immediately. Now they can't even sell collections, and that just, I think, gives you an idea of the overall state of Upland, which is not good. I think a lot of people don't care anymore, and that's just because of the way they've handled things. So they had the collection release. I was on vacation. I didn't care. I was fine being on vacation. I took my properties off the market. I saw later I got some collections. I was like, cool. Literally nothing changed pretty much, except the prices of the properties around me, which became ridiculous. So maybe that raised some of the values of my properties a little bit. But I feel like Upland right now is just, they're trying to suck out as much money as they can at the detriment of the players who are playing the game. Just like this raising the prices after a collection is announced to ridiculous levels because they think people will pay it. And the prices of new releases are still so high that collections aren't minting out. That means people aren't playing. They have these new cities, that are supposed to attract new players, like the one in England, I forgot what it was, that have cheap FSA properties. I don't even remember what town it's in. That's how memorable it was. Is this it? Slow? Yeah, that was it, right? Like, why are you giving new players, like, just unknown, weird cities? Sorry if you live in those cities that nobody's heard of. How is that supposed to get the new players excited that you kind of like say, hey, these cool, awesome, big cities in Bermuda are reserved for the players who've been here and have lots of money. Since you're a new player, sorry, you get to go to Trenton, New Jersey and be excited there. Like, I thought you wanted to bring in new players, not push them away, which is what that does. But that's not the main part of this video. The main part of this video is, should Upland sell? Should the founders, should those people who create Upland sell and get out and let someone else do it who would do a better job? And I think the answer is yes, based on a number of factors. They have been getting an influx of money. Let's see here, upland.me, investors. Let's see if we can just find that real simple and quick. We need to go to news, probably. That's not it. Oh, there it is. Upland raises $7 million for virtual land web M3 in October of 2023. That wasn't that long ago. They got $7 million. And then it was a couple years before that, they got $12 million. They've got money being invested into them. And I don't know what they're doing with it, because it seems like they're just trying to pull money out of it. We're seeing like some new developments that are never finished and never done. But the thing that really shows me that they aren't able to handle managing this game anymore is an extremely simple thing on the resources page. Oh, did they fix it? What? Okay, now they're making me look bad. I don't know if everything is on here. This page, their resources page, was not showing updates for over a month. I think maybe in 2 months, they were not showing any of their new articles. You had to go to Medium to find them. And let's see if we can go there. That was where you had to see. But nobody knew that, because they didn't really tell you that unless you happened to click on the link in the game. But if you went to their News and Resources tab, it just didn't list stuff. And you didn't know that because they didn't tell you that everything wasn't listed there. They didn't even mention you have to go to Medium. And it would be such an easy, simple fix to fix that page. I have a website, investformore.com. I've done online stuff. I've done social media stuff. It's not hard for me to do it as a single person with basically no resources, as opposed to a company with millions of dollars of investments in programmers to do this stuff. So, 2 days ago, transitioning to Sparklet. Not on here. Sorry, yeah, they haven't. That news is not on here. So they must be manually uploading stuff on there still too, because that was big news. This was massive news because they've been trying to transition to Sparklet for a year now, who knows. And Spark is not going to work for at least 4 to 6 hours. That's a pretty important thing to tell people, and it's not on their resources page. You don't know that unless you happen to see the thing pop up, or you happen to be on their Discord, which not everybody is. So they still do not have everything on their resources page. 2 days ago, that is not on there either. Oh yeah, they had a new something or other, not on there. The Thrifty Trader was. I did see the Thrifty Trader. First power-ups, not on there. Upland neighborhood bundles, not on there. Oh wait, nope, they are. Sorry. Oh, power-ups and neighborhood bundles are on there. Okay. Let's see if Bermuda, Sparklet, Bermuda. No, that's not on there. That's not on there. Genesis Burn, is that on there? Oh, that's on there. Okay. So it's hit or miss whether the stuff is on there or not. So you can't rely on their resources page and news page, which is supposed to give you information about Upland and what's happening. And they don't tell you anywhere on here, hey, maybe go to our Medium page, or hey, we don't have everything updated here, check our Discord channel. So anybody who's new, or anybody who doesn't know that these updates aren't happening here, don't know about them. Like I said, unless you're on the game, and the update sometimes pops up here, but not always. I didn't know about the slow release until the day before the release, and a lot of people didn't. And so that makes me think Upland either just doesn't care about the users and giving them information, or they don't have the resources to do it. And if they don't have the resources to do it, or they don't care, both are pretty serious, massive issues, they probably just need to get rid of Upland, take their profit, sell it to somebody who can handle it and has the resources, and then maybe we can have a fun game again. I know a lot of people won't like that, and some of you will love it, and I'm sure there'll be lots of different opinions. But based on this and them not being able to do like one of the most simplest things in the online world of linking to articles or having articles hosted on your own website, how are they able to handle a virtual real estate game with all the different stuff going on? And we saw it in the Bermuda release where it was not smooth. They had to stop it, even with incredibly low amount of users on Upland right now compared to before. In the small release of Bermuda, they couldn't handle it. They had issues and bugs and problems. And you might say, well, how do we know how low Upland's users are? Well, they tell us. It'll take a while because, again, oh, what just happened there? I can't type this morning. It's too early. There we go. And they post stats all the time on their YouTube and Twitter saying, oh, we have more users, all yada, yada, yada. They won't give you any of the graphs or data to back it up, except for like one tiny little snippet. And this is supposed to be open source, decentralized, and they won't give us their user data on who's doing stuff. So that makes it a little bit frustrating. Here, daily transaction volume in UpX. This was 2022, the beginning of 2022, when it was doing well. The releases were awesome, everybody excited, and since then, and you can see, the trend is very, very bad. I don't know why this is here either. There we go. And let's do this. Okay, now you can see it a little better. This line, it is lower. So when they first started, there was 45 million UpX. Now we've got 16, 18, 20. It's not even as good as it was when they first started. And I'm surprised they actually keep this up because it does not look good. And this is the number of trades. These lines are not good. And so people can say I'm bashing on Upland and being unfair, but the numbers speak for themselves. Other people are not trading. They're not playing Upland. It just does not look good. Oh. DApp radar, that's what I want. This is the only thing I can find that really gives an outside look at users too, and I don't know where exactly they get their information. And I actually asked Upland too, can you guys make this more transparent? And we got into a whole big thing on Discord. They basically told me it's on the blockchain and I should read it in the snarkiest, most sarcastic way possible, just being jerks about it. I'm like, you guys, you can't just read the blockchain. That's not how it works. And you guys run the company. Why don't you just give us a little bit of help here and let us know what's going on? But they want to hide it because they don't want you to see what's actually happening. So, and the thing with DApp stats is you can't, oh, it's under maintenance. Well, that doesn't help either. But 30 days is the max. I feel like you could look back farther. But over the last 30 days, down 17%, down 3%, down 82%. And that's with a city release happening. So, like I said, there's very little data on what's actually going on in Upland, except for their own little marketplace thing we showed. Number of users would be really cool to know. New users would be cool to know. It'd be nice to see what the actual state of Upland is. Even though they post a video and article and stuff saying that, they don't really give us much data as to what's happening here. But everything I've seen, all the excitement about Upland is pretty much gone. I don't have much reason to be excited for it. I think that, they are creating weird little games I don't care about. They've been destroying the value of the dollar. The new releases aren't much fun anymore. They've just tried to suck out as much money as they can for themselves, which leaves less for the players. And that's what was exciting about Upland to begin with. Honestly, if they sold out to even a big corporation, I would be fine with that because they would have the money, the resources, and the know-how on how to make something like this successful and work well. And if you get more people in, more people bringing money into the game, more people playing, is better for all of us, and that would raise the values of our properties and give us opportunity to sell them and opportunities maybe for advertising for big brands. That's really where I thought Upland had the most potential, was if it got popular, it got a lot of people playing it, having, virtual real estate and really sticking to the real estate side, big brands might say, hey, that's my headquarters in New York. I'm going to buy that property. I'm going to stick my giant logo on top of it. And people who go to New York are going to see, hey, there's BlackRock, to use an awful example of a real estate company everybody hates right now. But that would bring tons of money into the game to players, give real world uses. I mean, advertising and marketing is one of the biggest industries in the world, and one of the number one ways online businesses, gaming, make money. And it seems like Upland has zero inclination to try and make that happen, except for their little partnerships they do here and there. But there's so much opportunity there, and I feel like it's just being completely wasted. And I don't know, that's just my thoughts. I know sometimes they watch my videos. I doubt they'll take this into consideration, but maybe they will if they're bleeding money and it's all costing more than they can afford to run it. Who knows? Based on them not being able to fix the resource page, that would be kind of my inclination for their financial status, but it's just a pure guess. I don't know for sure. So we'll see what happens. The other thing is the second layer stuff, I guess I should mention. They kind of want second layer companies to take over and use their buildings and stuff. So I guess they don't have to put the money and resource into it. But we've seen Kingdoms and now Tycoons kind of fall completely flat. I don't know if Tycoons has failed yet, but it's real close to it. You can't sell stuff. Not much excitement there. And you're completely dependent on pretty much one person programming something. If they decide they don't want to do it or it doesn't work right, boom, they're gone. And then all the money, time you invested into that is gone too. So I think it's a huge mistake to think that second layer is just going to take over Upland and do everything they want it to. I think you really have to have control of your game, your business, your industry, and not just rely on other people who you have no control over doing that for you. All right, that's all I've got. That's all I have time for. Let me know what you think, and we'll see if anything changes here in the future. But I don't really have my hopes up for prices, especially the dollar to UPX ratio increasing much. I don't have any hope for new fun releases that are affordable and let you make money. So yeah, that's why you probably won't see a whole lot of videos from me. Maybe if I've got time and nothing else is going on, but otherwise I'm not going out of my way to spend a lot of time on this game right now.